What's going on, everyone? It is AJ Lewis with Fitcher Marketing, and today I'm here with,
Mariana Guerrero.
all right, Mariana, and today we're going to talk about offer creation. I believe you have some questions about offers, how to create better offers that actually get people to take action. So I'll turn it over to you. Go ahead and ask your questions, and I'm happy and excited to start answering.
Okay, well, the first question is, what are the key components of an irresistible offer that can attract and convert customers?
All right, so that is a great question. What are the components of an irresistible offer? Well, here's the thing that I want you to think about. If you own a business, right, and you had something that people wanted more than they cared about the money that it cost to get that thing, that's called an irresistible offer. So I'm going to give you an example of that. When Apple releases a brand new iPhone or a brand new product, or a new watch, new headphones, whatever it is, the what they are offering to their marketplace of raving fans is irresistible to that group of individuals, right? And so the components of an irresistible offer are this: what do the people that I want to attract actually want? How can I solve their problems better than anyone else, more completely, more thoroughly, and with a unique strategy or method? Okay, so let me explain what I mean by that. Let's say that I'm a personal trainer, and I'm going to actually steal an example from Alex Hermosi. Let's say I'm a personal trainer, and most personal trainers are going to say, hey, you're going to come to the gym. I'm going to train you 4 days a week, and you're going to pay me $700 a month. Okay, that's a normal standard offer. It's just the standard offer. Okay. Now, what if you said, all right, I know that these people, their first thing, they don't even want to go to the gym, right? So the first thing I'm going to do as your personal trainer is every morning I'm going to send you a motivational text message that gets you motivated and fired up to come to the gym each day. Okay, that's part one. Now they come to the gym. I'm going to train you. I'm going to do all these kind of things. And then what's next? Well, number three, you need to, if you don't eat right, it doesn't matter what you do in the gym, you're not going to see results. So, number three, I'm going to get you a personalized meal plan specifically for you that has your macros as well as your recipes, all those kind of things. But then maybe you're a person that doesn't like to cook. So, I'm also going to get you an eating out guide that has the top 50 most common restaurants in your area and what you can actually order from those restaurants in order to hit your macros and hit your numbers. Okay, well then maybe you have some kind of physical limitations. Well then I'm going to get you a personalized cardio guide for things you can do when we're not working out together that are going to be able to accommodate your injuries, right? And then what else can I do to make it irresistible? Well, maybe I know that your goal is to lose 15 pounds in the next 5 months or 3 months or something like that. Well, then the next thing I could do is say, all right, I'm also going to guarantee you that you're going to lose these 15 pounds within this time period. And if I don't do that, if you don't do that, and you can prove that you followed the plan to a T, I'll give you free months until you reach that 15-pound weight loss goal, right? So that's called an irresistible offer. It's an offer that if someone looks at, they have this goal and they look at what you're offering them, they say it's impossible for me to fail with this offer. And if you can present that to people in a way that's clear and to the point, you will see your conversions go up because literally the most important part of your business is your offer, right? If you sold something and you said, let's say I sold hot tubs and I said, hey, you get to use this hot tub for a year for free, and if you don't like it, we'll come and pick it up and you don't pay anything for that year. That's a no-brainer offer. Right now, as a business, that's probably not something you want to offer, but think about how can I make my offer so good that people can't say no to it. And if you focus on that, you'll find ways to create better offers.
Perfect. I'm going to continue with the next one. Um, how can business identify what their target audience truly wants in an offer?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. I'm going to drink some water here. So, how do you identify what your ideal customers actually want? Well, there's a lot of ways to do this. Okay. Number one, the easiest way is to look at past experiences. In one of our other trainings and videos, we talked about active listening. And what you want to do is understand what people actually want. There's what people are saying, and then there's what they're really saying. Okay. So, an example of that is someone might say, yeah, I want to get new windows for my home, or I want to get new doors for my home, right? But what they're really saying is, I'm tired of my home looking basic and I want to have a better looking home so that I feel better about the place that I'm living, so that when people come over, they compliment me on how my home looks, so that I am a better person because I have a better looking home and everyone envies me, right? That's what they're really saying. But what they're saying in the surface is, yeah, I want new windows and want new doors. Okay. So, number one is understand what people are really saying. The second thing you could do is actually ask. You can go out and ask, whether it's on social media, whether it's to actually people walking into your door. You can ask them, what would, what do you want? What would make your experience better, et cetera? Questions like that. And you can hear it right from the horse's mouth. And the third thing you could do is go research. You can go to forums, you can go to online, different locations, Facebook groups, etc., and see what are the things that people hate about your industry. What are the things that people love about your competitors, about other players in the market, maybe in different states and different countries, etc. What are the things people hate, and what are the things that people love? And the more you really understand what the psychology is that's going on inside of the minds of your ideal customer, you're only going to be able to present a better offer and a better solution to your marketplace. But you can't do that unless you really understand them at a deep level. So those are three ways to do your research. Think back to what's already been said to you in the past. Go do some research online, forums, etc., or just ask. Literally, just ask people that are in your target demographic to tell you what they want, and then give them what they want.
Okay, well, that's really interesting. Okay, you want to continue with the next question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What strategies can business use to add perceived value to their offers without significantly increasing cost?
Okay, that's a great question. How do you increase the perceived value of your offer without losing more money, right? Well, there's a couple ways to do this. One of the easiest ways to do this is ask, what problem is created next? Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. With every single positive, there comes a new negative. Okay. Everything in this universe has its benefits and has its opposite, its downfalls or its negatives. Okay. So I'm going to give you a really simple example. What happens if I go and get brand new white teeth? Okay. Well, the next thing that happens is I just got these new white teeth and I don't want them to be stained or, whatever else. So maybe you include a guide of these are the foods to avoid to not stain your teeth, your brand new white teeth. Okay. The
Yeah.
next thing is I want to care for these things. I just spent a lot of money. I want to make sure that I don't go out and ruin them or get them chipped or whatever. So then maybe it's something else along the lines of I'm also going to show you how to protect and care for your new teeth, because what happens at a lot of other practices is you go out and you get this expensive procedure, and then 3 months later you're coming back because something went wrong because you didn't know you couldn't eat this or you didn't know that you couldn't do that, etc. So I'm going to show you how to protect them and keep them healthy, etc. And then maybe there's something else along the lines of like, okay, someone just got a new smile. Well, maybe there's too many people that are going to be complimenting you and telling you how good looking you are now. So maybe there's something. This is a little extreme example, but maybe there's something along the lines of here's how to upgrade your wardrobe to complement your new smile and your new teeth, right? Something like that. Just think about that was a funny example, but think about what are the problems that are created after someone takes advantage of your services, and how can you solve the additional problems that happen after the fact for them. And it happens with everything. It doesn't matter, like the jacuzzi example I gave, whether you're a dentist, whether you're selling advertising like we are, whatever it is. Once someone says yes to something, a new problem is created. And
Yeah.
so, how can you solve more and more problems along their journey so that way they feel like everything that they need is being taken care of and they don't have to seek other answers in order to get their needs met in order to have a great result?
Okay. Okay. Perfect. And hmm, how important is it to test and iterate on offers, and what methods can be used for effective testing?
Yeah, so how do you test offers? Well, the truth about testing offers is there's one way to test it, okay? You can go out and ask a million people if they would buy your product and they can all tell you yes, but that doesn't actually count. The only way to test an offer is to get someone to vote, and the way that people vote is by spending the money, by using their credit card, okay? So, the best way to test an offer, is to go put it out to the marketplace. You can do that with an email. You can do that with a text message. You can do that in a social media post. You can do that with an advertisement. You can do that through an influencer or through some kind of strategic partner. But what you want to do is you want to go out and put the offer out there, and then you want to measure the response. Okay, the beautiful thing about marketing, there's a great book by a guy named Claude Hopkins, and it's called Scientific Advertising. And it talks about how marketing forever was all about branding and all these things that couldn't be measured, right? Brand perception, all these made up terms that are, kind of woo woo and fluffy. And what he talks about in that book is advertising is scientific. It's a measurement. You go out and you put X number of offers out there, and then you get a certain number of responses back. And you can look at each step of the process to see what's working and what's not. And that's how you use um, like the scientific method to come down to a conclusion about what needs to change or what needs to happen in order to get a better result next time. So if you start thinking about your advertising like a scientist, like you're trying to figure out what the right thing is, instead of like a amazing creative that has all the best ideas. If you shift your perception of how you view advertising, you'll get better results in the long run.
Okay, and let's go to the last question.
All right.
What are some common mistakes business make when creating offer, and how can they avoid them?
Some of the biggest mistakes that businesses make when creating offers is number one, the offer sucks. Okay. And here's what I want you to think of. Okay. What am I asking someone to do? For example, if you have a physical location, okay, and I want you to really make this as painful as possible in your mind so that way you can do a better job of creating offers. Let's say you have a physical location and you have 10% off, right? And that's your miraculous, irresistible offer, 10% off, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
Is someone really going to stop whatever it is that they're doing, get up, put their pants on, put their clothes on, etc., go to their car, turn it on, drive, use their gas, follow this GPS, have to hear their kids crying in the back and their spouse asking where they're at and why they're gone so long, get to your location, go inside, have to walk in, gather the kids around, and go take advantage for 10% off? And if the answer to that question is no, then your offer isn't good enough. Okay.
Yeah.
And so sometimes what happens as business owners is we think very surface level, we think kind of like right up here instead of getting deep into the, the offer and deep into the minds. And so what I would do is literally say, what would I tell someone that makes them want to jump out of their seat, sprint to their car, be the first one to my building and buy everything that I have? And if you can start thinking that way, and I know it's not always possible or it's not always practical, but if
Yeah.
you can start training your brain to think in that extreme method, then what you can do is you then can go and say, all right, this is what that dream outcome would be. I can eliminate all the stuff that I can't really do or I just wouldn't want to do. And now you're left with this pile of great ideas that create an irresistible offer that someone would want to take advantage of.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. The second thing is run it through a filter of if you would actually do it or if you would actually buy it, right? So I
Yeah.
think a lot of times business owners put out offers that they wouldn't themselves buy, you know? And so like, we have clients or we've had clients in the past that might do something like, yeah, for 4th of July, I'm going to do 5% off of all of my products. And it's like, dude, nobody cares about 5% off, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the extreme couponers of the world, but unless that's your target audience, that's not what you want to do. You want to say, how can I get people literally pulling out their wallet, credit card in hand, getting ready to hand it over to me because they want what I have to offer so much. And there's a lot of businesses that do a great job of this. And it can be either that your product or service is so good that's the irresistible offer, or it's that whatever you're offering to them, however you're solving their problem, is so much better than everyone else that you're in a league of your own. So those are the ways that you can do that. But I'm going to finish this up by saying this. Your offer is probably the most important thing that business owners spend the least amount of time on. And truthfully, a great offer can transform a bad business into a good business. Okay. And what you have to do is you have to be willing to sit down and look at your numbers and really think through how can I deliver the most value without giving up a ton of profits or revenue for the business. And the way that you're going to win at this is by actually thinking. And I know that sounds funny, but most people don't think. Most people just respond or react, but they don't actually stop and take the time out to really think through something. So think through it and maybe even write it down on paper, because one of the best ways to think is to get the ideas out of your brain and get them out down on paper. So that way you can have some separation so you can look at it and evaluate it in a more thorough way. So I hope you got some value from this. Mariana, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, well, people that they already have their business, but they think their advertising is not good, you can help them, right?
Yeah, so what we do is we help you create systems for attracting customers and growing your revenue and growing your profits. We're really good at selling stuff, and we're really good at helping other people sell stuff. And so that's really what we're good at, and that's what we do. So if you're looking for that, you can do one of two things. You can go to fityourmarketing.com and book your free strategy session with me, or we'll jump on a call and we'll talk through some of your goals, your struggles, and we'll put together a strategy sheet for you, and you can decide if you want to work with us or not. Or if you click the link in the description, you can actually go to our new series, which is called If This Was My Business, where Greg and I actually will pull up your website, your goals, some information about your business, and we'll do a 30 to 40 minute live strategy video similar to this, where we're literally going through and saying, if this was my business, I would do this, this. We put it all in a document, and then we send you the video and we send you the document. And the only thing you got to be willing to do is let us use that clip for social media and to post on our YouTube channel. So we'll have the link for that down in the description. And I appreciate everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.